Hi, Sally Walker here, your hormone and slow age expert. Let's talk about molecules of emotion, okay? Such a beautiful name, isn't it? The medical world report would call them neurotransmitters. So they are substances, molecules, which will transmit a neurological message of some description, okay? But I think molecules of emotions is a more beautiful name because they will control, they will dictate your emotional state. Yes, okay. So they transmit signals and they transmit messages from one nerve cell to the next, and this way the body can communicate with itself. Yeah. Interesting, isn't it? Well, so every molecule of emotion, every neurotransmitter speaks its own language. It has its own particular message, yeah? So some neurotransmitters are responsible for positive, happy, even euphoric emotions. Others are for relaxed and calmed and quiet feeling. And others which would give you a more intense mindset and focus and this kind of thing. Yeah. So there's lots of different ones. And I'll go through some of them in a minute for you as well. So too much or too little of these various transmitters leads obviously to imbalance in your emotional state. Okay, so if you have too many of the calming ones, you're going to be a little bit too quiet, aren't you? You're going to be a little bit too tired. And if you don't have enough of the calming ones, you're going to be the opposite. Yes, so you get the picture, don't you? Right, so more information down there, but let me just run through. So I group these molecules of emotions in various groups. So we call them the feel-good neurons, or the feel-good molecules of emotion, MOEs. So noradrenaline. So noradrenaline is good for your attention and pretty motivated and elated and happy and sexually aroused. That's a good one, isn't it? Dopamine for focus. You know, you've got this reward feeling going on, so you feel actually ecstatic sometimes, I suppose, blissful maybe even, yeah. You've got this control as well, and you're well motivated, and your muscle tissue is well controlled, your movements are well controlled, all this kind of thing, and your appetite is actually controlled as well. Very good. Acetylcholine is also a feel good. This is good for memory. This is good for brain speed, so your response time. So if you're catching something, you're hitting or catching a ball, that kind of thing, acetylcholine is really, really important for that response time. And it's also important for creativity. It's a wonderful neurotransmitter. And it's also the neurotransmitter for your parasympathetic nervous system, so the one which brings rest and digest. Yeah. Then we've got serotonin. So everyone's heard of serotonin. So serotonin is going to make you feel confident. It's going to make you feel satisfied. You're going to have high self-esteem when you have lots of serotonin. So that's a really good one. And then we've got histamine. So, oh yes, histamine is a neurotransmitter. Now, we always think of histamine because we take antihistamines. So why do we take antihistamines? Yeah, because we have an agitated skin, it's itchy, or our eyes are watering because they're itchy, or the nose is itchy and it's running and all this kind of thing. So this is what histamine does. It is an excitatory, if you like. It is agitating, yeah. And it's very important for alertness. What happens when you take the antihistamines? You're not allowed to drive a car, are you? Because you might fall asleep. And it's also very important for sexual arousal. So it's not just a bad guy, this histamine. It's very, very, very important. Okay, so then we've got the feel calm, and the feel calm neurons here. So primarily it's the one called GABA, G-A-B-A, gamma aminobutyric acid. But there are a couple of others as well that use taurine and glycine. But GABA is the most important. This is the peacekeeper of the nervous system, brings calm and control, decreases stress, panic, anxiety, and all those kind of things. Hey, it's important. This is one which is going to help you relax in the evenings and get to sleep. Then we've got the feel excited neurons, okay? So these are your aspartates and your glutamates. So some of you have heard of these words, aspartame and monosodium glutamate. Yes, all these chemicals which are put in some of the foods and drinks that we eat, or lots of them. We make our own. They're amino acids, aspartate and glutamate, and they're very important because they are excitatory. So these are the ones which will increase alertness. They're going to increase your ability to learn. They're going to increase your ability to take in information through your 5 senses. So what are they? Your ears, your eyes, your nose, your mouth, and your touch. Yes, all of these 5 senses, they are more excited when we have a lot of aspartame and glutamate. So very, very important in the learning process. Yeah, so there you are. They're the 3 groups, which I group all the different neurotransmitters. We could maybe do a feel love amino, and we could put oxytocin on the list. So oxytocin, some people think it's a hormone, some people say it's a neurotransmitter. You know, it's a bob. They're all signaling molecules, really, at the end of the day. And oxytocin is going to give you the love and cuddles feeling. So so that's a really nice one to have. And mums, newborn mums, or new baked mums have these lots of this oxytocin, so they bond with this wonderful child that they have delivered. Okay, so have a little read down there. All the information is there. Happy hormones, happy life.